Good morning, handball fans. This is Rob Purdy and
Chris Frazier here from beautiful Chapel Hill, North Carolina.
we represent both West Point teams here. We're going to be watching UVA square off with West Point Black today.
All right. It's going to be an interesting matchup here. This is the rematch from the championship last year where West Point Black ended up winning by 1 goal.
Oh, we had some technical difficulties. We fixed them here. Yeah, Chris, that's a hot take that you got going there. UVA really kept it close last year. Like you said, it was, I think, a 1 or 2 point game. They did lose a lot of their top talent, though, I think, this year.
All right. Well, it's about to be interesting. We're about to find out what's about to happen. We got the ball at midcourt right here, getting ready, set up. And away we go.
Chris here is new to the handball world. A freshman on West Point Gold, plays the pivot position. Chris, what do you think about handball so far?
Well, what can I say, Rob? It's a beautiful sport. You know, you don't see it a lot here in the United States, obviously, but it's a beautiful European sport, and it's got a lot of things that we as Americans like value. You know, toughness, grit, finesse, technique. So,
all great points.
Yeah,
great points.
Yeah.
We have so far a stalemate out there. Chris 0-0.
Starters for Black, we got number 8 Nick Webster. Number 2, JP Renfro. At pivot, Shane Donahue. Left wing. Oh, and there's a goal for Virginia.
The floodgates might have been open there, Chris. We'll have to see.
We're going to have to see. Let's see if West Point Black can set up an offense.
Interesting. Usually JP Renfro, number 2, running the offense, but they have Will out there doing what he's got to do.
Yeah, Will Donovan. Okay. Uh-oh, it appears we have an injury out on the court. Uh-oh.
That does not look good.
The senior center back from West Point Black seems to be injured, JP Renfro.
That is not good for West Point Black. He's big morale booster and one of our best players. One of the only firsties, or that we call seniors, that has been on the team since he was a freshman.
He's in pain, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting reports that it's his knee. Oh, he's walking off though. Oh, that is a rough. That's rough for West Point Black.
Love to see the sportsmanship around the gym, as with the clapping going on as he walks off.
And then starting for Virginia, we got number 1, Evan.
He's actually not on the roster.
Oh, wow.
That's not good. Anyways, we have number 13, Ian Campbell.
Mm-hmm. Number 14,
Evan Victor.
Mm-hmm. And then we got number 8,
Zachary Palace, I believe, and he is also the captain of the team.
Oh, okay. Playing the pivot position. Oh, and a cannon by Will Donovan.
Far left.
Virginia sets up their offense in transition.
Virginia seems to be pushing the pace a little bit.
Oh, and Tom Schutte with the ankle save.
And for JP Renfro, we have future co-captain Kendrick Thomas, number 11.
Mm-hmm. He's had a promising year, Purdy.
Yeah, he's improved. He's another guy that's been on the team since a freshman and has really taken the liking to handball.
Mm-hmm.
Again, no prior experience before coming to West Point, and really took it in stride.
Yep. Oh, wing in. Let's go! And number 13, Ian Campbell with the goal from the wing cut-in.
There's some solid defense being played by UVA today.
Oh, and Kendrick Thomas hits left post.
Again with UVA pushing the pace a little bit.
Yeah, this is something West Point Black was not expecting. Okay, they're setting up their offense.
Chris, West Point team members like to give each other nicknames. Do you happen to have one?
I actually do happen to have one. I am Meatloaf.
How do you feel about it? Like your nickname? Do you like it? You think it was?
Well, it's an endearing term. As I like to call West Point, we're a big family, and they gave me a name that fit my apt description. I'm a pretty stocky, half African American, half Caucasian gentleman. About 230. So I'm loaf-sized in shape, but what about you, Rob Purdy? I heard you also have a nickname.
There's a few names I think I've been given. Meatloaf, and one being PK.
Oh, PK.
Coming from a gentleman that graduated 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And recently I've been coined Bob.
Oh, Bob.
Because of my older appearance, as well as I commentated 2 years ago, and the gentleman that I commentated with thought my name was Bob and not Rob.
Oh. Interesting.
So the guys haven't let that go.
Huh. Virginia with the missed 7. They got the rebound, set up on offense. Ball into the pivot, 9 meter.
It's a solid wrap there by Kendrick Thomas.
There we go, movement. Virginia pivot with the unorthodox attempt at the shot between the legs, and Kendrick Thomas on the other side.
Kendrick Thomas scoring the first goal for West Point Black.
Oh, yeah, wow. Scoreless for over a little under 5 minutes.
That's not abnormal for the West Point Black going starting cold.
Yeah, not. Oh. So we got some fun facts here that we'd like to read off about the starting players, We have Tom Schutte in number 86 at goalie for West Point Black. And Tom here is a mechanical engineering major. Now, can you tell us a little bit about that, Purdy, being a West Point cadet?
Yeah, so that's one of the most feared majors over at West Point. Coming from somebody that isn't as academically gifted as Tom Schutte, I'm very happy that I don't have to do what he does on a day-to-day basis, but there's a lot of time that goes into that.
Yeah, very difficult.
For the viewers watching at home, I'd like to preface the rest of the game with we represent West Point on both of these handball teams, so our hot takes might be a little
hotter than usual.
Yeah, and pointed towards West Point. We're hoping for a fair game here.
Yeah, that is true. That's all I can ask for is a fairly official game. And it looks like that's what we've gotten so far. The officials seem like they know what they're doing, and no funny business out there. We're going to play a good physical game. Hopefully nobody gets hurt.
Keep it clean.
But
at the same time, let the boys play.
At the same time, we also would like to let the boys play. See, that is a good example right there. Number 10, Ashton Emanuel with the aggressive throwdown.
You like to see somebody that's able to run through a wrap like that.
Yes.
Just take the contact and keep going.
Exactly. Oh. Ball into the wing, Nick Vericcioni. His nickname on the team is Meatballs because of his Italian origin and his stout size.
Meatballs might be one of the strongest pound-for-pound guys I've ever met in my life.
I've heard. Hey, let's go, boys. That's number 5, Nick Vericcioni, in the right wing position.
Interesting take over here. Now that I'm sitting behind UVA's bench, they don't have a coach. Do you have anything to? West Point currently has 2 coaches. Do you have anything to say about them?
Rob, even though we are blessed to have 2 coaches, it shows to the testament of UVA that they're able to, work with one another in a fashion that hopefully they're not stepping on anybody's toes. It seems like we have a couple leaders out here being number 9.
Mm-hmm. Very true.
Number 9, Will Shebb. And of course we got a couple on the court leaders. But, it's tough because that takes a lot more discipline to coach yourselves if you don't have anybody, holding in the strings. These past 4 weeks at West Point, we've had a member of the U.S. national team and also a former alum, Alec Zek, come in, kind of coach us up, getting ready for the national championship. And it's a world of a difference.
I agree. Like you said, pure leadership's tough. It's very nice to have Alex Zek, for us at West Point. And we also have Sergeant First Class Lawson.
Oh, yes.
As our fearless
fast
leader.
Break from the captain, Nick Webster, misses the fast break shot. Still UVA 3-2. Will Donovan
big
with
wrap
the
from Will Donovan.
Aggressive wrap. He's okay, though. He's okay. He's up.
Okay, we have a yellow card for William Donovan. Definitely deserved it.
Yeah.
Very from a side view.
Mm-hmm.
Did not look like handball to me.
I agree. Will Donovan having a background in both football and baseball, aggressive, and so
amazing athlete, Chris. He was recruited to play football and then walked on to the baseball team over at West Point. Played both sports before joining our team here with the handball club.
Yeah, athlete. And there we go. Nick Meatballs Vericcioni with the easy score and the assist from Kendrick Thomas. The score is now 3-3.
It's interesting. You see UVA slowing it down a little bit here.
Yeah.
Before they were pushing the pace. Chris, I do have some fun facts that was given to me that were given to me from the team earlier today, as they knew that we would be commentating on this one.
Mm-hmm. What do you got for us, Rob?
So I'm gonna give you. We're gonna play a little game here.
Okay.
I've got information on Mike, Chili, Algor, K-Dot, William Donovan, Sergeant First Class Lawson, and JP.
Oh, okay.
You get one fun fact. Who do you want it on?
I'm gonna have to go with Sergeant First Class Lawson, our non-commissioned officer in charge for this for our team and for this trip. You gotta tell me something.
Okay, so given to us by JP Renfro.
Okay.
He said, Sergeant First Class Eric Lawson has had several combat deployments, several awards, yet coaching men's team handball at West Point has been one of the biggest highlights of his career, he has said. Wow. That is a fun fact we have on him.
And Kendrick Thomas with the 7 and shoots and scores. Yeah, going off that, Rob, Sergeant First Class Lawson joined us in about November when a former coach of ours left because he got transferred to another duty station. And so one of our seniors, JP Renfro, asked him if he could come on and just, sponsor the team. Oh, we got a timeout and play. It seems like the ref is telling him to stop being so aggressive,
Yeah, it looks like he's talking mainly down there with the big guys, the pivots.
Yeah.
He doesn't like the way people are using their bodies, moving everybody around. Looks like everybody understands, though.
Yeah.
You love to see a ref that's willing to talk to you about things like that.
I agree. Instead of just throwing out
cards.
I agree.
Hopefully we have a cleaner game now.
Yeah. 4-3. Oh, and the turnover by UVA and the fast break.
Let's see what Nick
Meatballs to Nick Webster and shoots and scores. Nick Webster, number 8, captain of the men's handball black team. Oh, and UVA responds with a crossbar shot from number 12, Ben Kilpatrick.
It's an interesting last name there, Chris. I don't think I've ever heard it.
Kilpatrick? Very Irish. Very Irish.
It's a good wrap there by number 12.
Yeah, we got number 55 in Matthew Algor, a.k.a. Meat Hooves. Matt Algor was also a former Army football player turned handballer. And, we get a lot of our talent, wouldn't you say, Rob, from a lot of the D1 sports that at our school?
Yeah, we definitely have a lot of guys on the team that previously played a Division I sport and have transferred their talents over to the West Point handball team. We're very, very lucky to be able to get those pool of athletes into our team, and I think it also positively impacts the brotherhood that we've created here.
Nice rebound by Matt Algor. West Point looks to set up their offense again. I also come prepared with some interesting facts, Mr. Purdy.
Okay, what do you got?
I have information on a couple of the members of
We have a big wrap there by William Donovan on the right side.
Man.
Looks like number 14 is isn't too angry about it though. I think he thinks that was a good wrap. A heck of a rip there.
Yeah. Hit back wall, unfortunately. All right, so I have a couple of fun facts on guys on the team. We got stuff from our goalie, Tom Schutte.
Okay.
Our starting pivot, Shane Donahue.
Another very smart individual there.
Yes. And then so I want you to they have a series of questions they had to answer.
Okay.
And a couple one of them was I followed my heart. Whose would you like to hear I followed my heart? Or not I followed my heart. How did I start playing handball?
I want to hear about how Nathan Chillian began playing handball.
Oh, Nathan Chillian. He is a sophomore on the team. Plays right wing for us, number 18.
Nathan Chillian is also, a quick fun fact about him, probably the smartest individual on our team.
Oh, without a doubt.
As well as probably the most fit.
Oh, yeah.
Nathan Chillian is what we like to call in the business a freak of nature.
And a unit.
But he puts the work in. He's not just a naturally good at these things. Well, he is, but he puts the work in to improve his craft day in and day out. Okay,
yeah. That is a for sure fact that I can back 100%. Actually, I'm just going to tell you what J.P. Renfro, our center back, said.
Yep. Hopefully he's okay, by the way.
Yeah. Seems like he's nursing a ankle injury or some kind of definitely a right leg injury from what we can see over here at the bench. But he said that the reason he plays handball is because of Sergeant First Class Lawson. Sergeant First Class Eric Lawson. He says he has spent over 45 months in combat zones, earned a Purple Heart, and told me in confidence that coaching Army West Point team handball has been the highlight of his military career, something you echoed earlier. And seeing the joy on his face, tossing around the old handball and devising new plays to make us, just make us work, he says that's why he enjoys the sport of handball.
That's amazing. You love to hear that when you have a relationship between the coach and the players.
Yeah, a lot of dedication. All right, it seems like we're about 10 minutes left in the first half. Pretty low-scoring game, if I do not say so myself. 5-5 both ways.
You would not be wrong in saying that, Chris. It's been a slow start for both teams. I'd like to say it's the solid defense that's being played, but I'd also blame it on the lack of offense. Even though Kendrick Thomas just completely broke down, I don't even know what number for what we call them as a nasty goal.
Nasty goal, yes. Now let's see if West Point can transfer that momentum on offense to defense, and let's see if UVA has anything to counter that. Okay.
I think Vegas odds say UVA is going to score on this possession.
Oh, all right. You would know better than I, Rob.
Moving the ball around. Mm-hmm. We got some crosses going on up top. But it is broken up by Kendrick Thomas, number 11.
Would you say that Army's black team is known for their physical play?
I would say yes, and I would also emphasize, especially this year, we have a lot of, like you said, old football players that are aggressive and not afraid of contact, led by none other than our captain, number 8, Nick Webster, in the middle.
Also another former Army football player?
Former Army football player, also played Division I football before showing up to West Point. That guy is actually a freak of nature.
Yes.
The strongest human being I've ever actually seen in person.
Fun fact, he lifts for about an hour and a half before most practices and is still one of the fastest and strongest guys on the court.
This guy loves to work out.
Yeah.
It's his lifestyle, basically. So.
Yeah, he branched aviation, so that means for all those who aren't familiar with the military lingo, he will be flying some sort of helicopter in about 2 years after he finishes flight school.
Yeah, we have multiple athletes on our team that are graduating this coming May that have also branched aviation. On top of that, we also have armor, engineers, field artillery. I think that's it. Oh, and we have an infantryman.
Oh, that's
as well as William Beiswinger, who branched transportation.
Oh, that is very true.
So we have a wide, mainly combat arms, but we do have the transportation corps thrown in there.
Mm-hmm. We get all this information, obviously, because we know the guys on the West Point team, but we also have a fun little sheet that was supposed to be filled out before the tournament with, majors and interests and why you started playing handball and things like that. And I wish we had one for UVA.
Yeah, I do feel that this commentary is being one-sided, but it's definitely not on purpose. I just don't know these other guys. It's tough to talk about it.
You're not wrong. From what I hear, UVA, though, beautiful campus, very, very hard school to get into.
Yeah, these are what an athletic feat there by Nick Webster.
And,
yeah,
okay.
That's fair.
Unlike basketball, there are no and ones.
Unfortunately.
That
would be fun.
That would be fun. Oh, okay. We have Nick Webster coming
into the game. We have another player for West Point Black, nickname Mike Legs Turner. He got his nickname as a freshman on the team because of how long his legs are.
Yes. I've heard some may compare them when he's wearing white leggings to 2 Apple pencils standing exactly straight up.
I've never heard that. Meatloaf, but that's pretty funny.
All right, here we go. 7-6 still. Army up by 1.
Starting to get the ball around a little bit quicker. Hopefully they're waking up.
Oh, and the inside
the
dish.
Dump off to the pivot. Matt Algor, nicknamed Meat Hooks, because of a game that we play at practice to warm up. He's by far the best defender we have. Meat because of how big he is, and Hooks because he steals everything in sight.
Very true. And Will Donovan coming. Ooh, good goal from senior Will Donovan. 8-6. Oh, UVA uses their timeout for the first half.
Chris, what are you seeing out there right now? What do you think they're talking about in this UVA huddle?
So in this UVA huddle, they're going to be talking about how they need to close down gaps. They're getting beat on the back gaps that the backs are taking advantage of. And so that's what I'm thinking. They're saying that they're talking more communication, wrapping up at 9 meters, What do you think Army West Point Black is talking about in their huddle?
I think a lot of it is looks like team captain Nick Webster is taking control of this conversation. And, from what I can tell, a lot of it is saying that they need to wrap more and hit at the 9 instead of letting people get to the 6.
Very true. Very true.
It does look like spirits are high on both ends.
Yeah.
UVA is definitely not defeated yet, and West Point likes where they're at right now.
Yeah, maybe if UVA transitioned back to that fast-paced offense they had in the beginning of the game, maybe that could shake something up for this.
Yeah, I like what you're saying there, Meatloaf. That is for sure. Meatloaf, coming into the handball world, from different sports. My background is basketball. For basketball, a lot of your on-court swag, people take notice of.
Yes, very much so.
Do you think in the handball community, the shoes and the sleeves, are as prevalent?
I definitely agree. However, it's not the Americans who own the handball swag game for the most part. I mean, we have a couple of guys who like to flaunt the swag, as we call it. We see Kendrick Thomas with the money sleeve, obviously. JP Renfro, before he got hurt, he had the American flag sleeve. But I'd say most of the swag is owned by the Europeans that play this game. And we have a lot of club teams that we get to play against in the United States, with players from France, Germany, Egypt, all sorts of all things like that. And I think those guys have the most handball apparel swag, decked out in either Hummel or Adidas.
Yeah, there's also, I was talking to Alex Zek, who is, like, as we said earlier, a coach that's helping us out right now that plays for the U.S. national team and represents the Army in the WCAP program. And he was saying that there's a ton of different brands for the handball swag.
Oh, really?
That I had actually never heard of, that I might actually be interested in for next year, getting some new gear.
Yeah, good goal from Virginia, number 5. Number 5, that would be Lincoln Ambrose at left wing. But anyway, going back to the handball apparel, as a freshman joining this year, I didn't realize what Hummel brand was, or that it was such a big a part of the handball community. It is the Nike of handball.
We have Seth Bolden here, another freshman on the team. He plays goalie for the West Point Gold team. Had a stellar performance this morning. Hopefully he can keep it up the rest of the day.
Yeah, hopefully. He had a great game this morning.
West Point Gold beating, who did you guys play?
Ohio State.
Ohio State. Earlier this morning.
Good goal.
Solid play there.
Yeah.
By UVA. The West Point Black needs to make sure that they don't allow these teams to just run through the 6 like that without being touched.
I agree.
There needs to be more contact, I believe.
See, look how UVA is playing. They're moving with the ball. They're not stationary. That's good. It's a good sign of a defense. But we'll see what West Point Black has to say about that. Oh, Kendrick Thomas with
some good defense being played by UVA there.
From what I hear in the handball community, that's called a block party.
Yep, I also heard the same thing.
Right? I'm not sure if that's what you were hearing.
My sources would confirm that was a block party.
Okay. All right. I wasn't sure. But
it's an interesting unfolding of events there. I'm not sure. That was it might have been the longest fall I've ever seen.
Yeah, definitely took a long time for that man to hit the floor. But he's back up, and we're back at it at handball. Number 1 with the flip to number 4 from UVA. Here we go.
UVA getting the ball around right now. It looks smooth.
Oh, we got William Beiswinger in at left wing.
Number 41.
Number 41. He is also somewhat of a morale booster for the team.
Yeah, William Beiswinger, unfortunately for him, is the subject of many jokes on the team.
Yeah.
And nothing in particular, actually. Just whenever something bad happens, usually gets blamed on William Beiswinger.
Yeah. Unfortunate. But, he's a great guy, very smart individual.
Very, very smart. Also, unfortunately for him,
Will Donovan with left post again. Sorry, continue, Rob.
Thank you. He unfortunately is roommates with J.P. Renfro and William Donovan.
Yes.
So these guys live together and play together, and most of the time they lift weights together. So these guys are together all day, and I think they've created a brotherhood between those three as well as between us on the team that is unshakable.
Very, very, very true.
West Point Black with the ball, a minute left to go in this game.
Mike Turner with the bounce shot from the right.
I believe that's his first goal of the day today.
Yeah.
Mike is one of those guys that was on the men's basketball team at West Point, and after a semester,
not hard to believe.
No, he actually has a fantastic jump shot.
Yes.
As well as you can see, he is probably 6'6" or 6'7". Guy can play. Anyways, he joined the team his second semester of the freshman year, and he's improved greatly. He's another guy on the team that we love to have.
Now, being that you are a junior at West Point, Purdy, and you've seen West Point Black.
What a goal!
Oh, what a
by
goal.
UVA there to possibly end the half. We'll see if West Point Black can answer going into halftime. 10 seconds left. The bench is rather quiet from West Point Black, not letting their teammates know how much time is actually left. A heck of a wrap there to end the half.
Now.
My turn taking the shot. Obviously, his height allows him to have a slight chance at something there.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be less than miraculous. Luckily, we have been graced with the presence of the Army West Point team captain, Nick Webster. Hopefully, after the game, we might be able to catch up with him for a few questions.
Oh, actually, we have our trainer here, Mindy, who's going to answer a couple questions for our halftime segment.
We are extremely lucky to have somebody like Miss Mindy on our program. Not only does she bring her expertise in the medical and health area, but also it's just nice to have a motherly figure there that you know is always there to take care of you.
Very true, very true. We call her Mama Bear.
So
Mike didn't pick that one up, guys.
William Donovan.
Let's get an injury report from JP Renfro.
Okay, so yeah, we have a senior JP Renfro here with us. JP, what happened out there? Was it an ankle injury or was it a knee? We weren't really sure because you also started holding your head. What happened out there?
Listen, it was just a fast range of emotions. I just got really confused. You know, I'm not the brightest guy, not the brightest bulb in the box, so I was trying to figure out where the pain was. And when I figured it out, it was by the time I got to the bench, I realized it was mostly my ankle. So
mostly the ankle.
I mean, honestly, it was just a lack of grit on my part. I apologize to all my fans. I hope to make it up to you. Maybe in the second half. Who knows? We'll see what happens.
We'll see.
JP, is there any chance that we see you later on in this game?
There's always a chance, Bob. You know, I want to give the fans what they want, and that's the JP Renfro show. And you know what? I think I'll be willing to put my ankle on the line for this team, for my fans. And I just got to pick up the grit level, you know?
That's some selfless service.
That's 100%. That's 100% ownership right there.
I unfortunately for our viewers, you can't see, but his ankle is completely taped up. He's got ice on it. He's wobbling around. But the guy's willing to put his life and limb out there for this team. So JP Renfro, as I said earlier, a 4-year senior. Luckily we have
our
Miss
trainer,
Mindy here with us. Miss Mindy,
we have a
we're
couple
actually
questions for you.
just with your medical experience. Can you give us maybe an injury update, like a technical thing of what's going on here with JP Renfro? He didn't really. I don't think he was able to break it down like we wanted.
Unfortunately, due to HIPAA laws, I am not allowed to disclose any of that information.
HIPAA.
Okay, that's
we understand. So, but Mindy, we have some follow-up questions for you. If you could speak into Rob's mic. What's it like being the quote-unquote mama bear of the Army West Point handball team?
You know, they keep it interesting for sure. It's usually a pretty good time. Keep it interesting.
Yes.
Is there an injury update on Concy?
William Considine?
He's killing it. He's out there, you know. I think he's doing very, very well. He
Okay.
just has to protect his lip, you know.
Yeah, for those of you who weren't there yesterday, William Considine got a bust in the lip with stitches.
And then earlier this morning, busted it again on the same lip, believe it or not.
Believe it or not.
Okay, you gotta go do work.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you, Miss Mindy.
Guys, it was great having you. We appreciate your time. Good luck out there, and make sure you run them down.
Yeah, please run them down. We're almost there.
I'm checking. I'm going to check in with like 13 seconds left. Just wait for the crowd.
JP Renfro bringing the electricity as he always does.
Yes, never not electric. That is for sure.
For sure.
Yes, dope. For those of you watching, 12-11, Army West Point Black up by 1 in this game. We got 3 minutes left in halftime.
I think this is a perfect time for another fun fact.
Another fun fact segment. Yes.
Let's see what we have here. So as I said earlier, I've got some fun facts that my teammates on West Point Black wrote about each other. So I can't actually claim that these are 100% true, although I hope they are.
Yeah, I agree.
So, I've got a fun fact on Mike Legs Turner, number 23, sitting right in front of us. From, I think, Nick Webster actually wrote this one, that he is able to scratch his knees standing straight up because of his extremely long arms.
I'm not surprised at that.
I believe we might be able to ask him to do it.
Yeah, let's. Excuse me, Mr. Turner.
Hey, Mike Turner. I've got some fun facts here about you, and it says that you're able to scratch your knees standing straight up. Is that true?
Can we get confirmation on that? Oh, yeah. There's a little bend. There's a little bend.
That's impressive, though.
Yeah.
I've never been able to scratch even near my knee without bending over.
That is impressive.
The rumors are true.
The rumors are true.
Yeah. Mike, do you think you could come over here really quick just for like a halftime interview, please? Your first half was absolutely stellar.
No.
We'd like to hear what's kind of going through your mind right now.
100% from the field right now.
Hey, great to have you here. You're going to have to talk into this, Mike, but, we've got 1 minute and 20 seconds left until the second half starts, and it's a close game. This is the rematch from the championship. How are the emotions on the bench right now?
I think we're all pretty frustrated right now. We feel like we should be beating this team by at least 10 points.
Okay.
We're not hitting. We're not playing hard. We have no energy out there on defense. On offense, we're not catching the ball. We're not passing well. We're playing pretty selfish handball right now. We need to play team handball. That's the name of the game, team handball.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a great point from Mike. Mike, so going forward, what's the one thing that you guys want to change here that you might want to improve to give yourself the best chance of victory?
On offense, we need to stop dribbling when we first get the ball. Pass, and stop dribbling when we first get it. And on defense, we just need to hit hard and hit higher.
Okay. Yeah, that's great. So, Mike, it looks like your team's getting ready. Good luck out there.
Good luck.
Hey, have a heck of a day.
Virginia looks riled up. They are ready to play. They're going to come out of this halftime like a cannon, like a cannonball out of a cannon. I guarantee this, Miss Purdy.
Yeah, these guys look like they're ready to play.
Yes.
Unfortunately for West Point Black, they do tend to start slow. So
yeah.
I'm hoping that they're able to turn it around here, have a great start of the half, and we're just gonna have to see what happens here.
Yeah.
I think our mics are unfortunately gonna
pick up
catch
with
a lot of the bench here.
Yeah. But for those of you who can't see right now, we have an interesting apparel. Oh, we have Army West Point Gold's center back, number 7, Joe King. Nice to have you on the show, Joe.
This is unbelievable. I mean, just so happy to have you here, Joe. We've been interviewing a couple of the players. Luckily, you're the first one from Gold, who actually, for the viewers who don't know, played earlier this morning. Could you give us, maybe a little review of the game?
Yeah, what happened this morning, Joe?
Come down here and speak into here. Don't get too close, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely. We came in, we were a little flat. We played against a pretty good team from Ohio State. It was just nice getting the ball back, around to each other. We started getting in our game towards the end. We're looking forward to playing at 2:15. So if the viewers are out there, we really appreciate it if you check us out. The Gold team doesn't get that much love, but we love to get some views from you guys.
Oh, awesome!
That's a great point. How was it? I know yesterday you were missing one of your key older players, Trey Neville. How was it having him back this morning?
A cornerstone of the team.
Definitely brought a spark back. He's a great guy, very physical, and his presence alone helps us out. So when we got him back, we knew we weren't going to lose another game. But we'll be in the championship. We'll play black, and we'll beat them as long as Trey's in.
I like the high energy.
A lot
there.
of confidence from Joe King, center back of the Army Gold team. Nice to have you on the show, Joe.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Well, some people, for the viewers, Joe is another one of those athletes that was a prior football player and now has decided to join our squad. So we're very, very lucky to have him around.
There are many of us on the team, and it's a good feeling knowing that handball is a very accepting community. That you really don't need to have a lot of experience in the sport, but as long as you play hard and can learn some of the rules, you'll be fine.
West Point Black getting the ball into their pivot, Shane Donahue.
Shane Donahue, also a.k.a. Donnie, is also a four-year handball player for West Point. Started as a freshman, and now we see him.
Donnie is one of those guys with a very big body. You can't teach that type of thing.
You can't teach height. You can't teach girth or size. No.
Gunnar Thomas making another 7. He's yet to miss one this tournament, so hopefully he keeps it that way. We are receiving a little bit of energy here from West Point Black's bench.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of energy coming from the bench right now, Purdy. It is unbelievable.
UVA getting it around.
They have not scored since halftime, but a nice wing pass, but a turnover, another turnover for UVA.
I couldn't actually see it. What happened there? Do you think he stepped up?
Yeah, he caught it from right back to left wing. Risky pass, but he stepped on the line.
Gotcha. That makes sense. That's unfortunate. A lot of Starbucks coffees over to my right.
Yes. Not for us, though, unfortunately. Unless, no, she's gone.
Maybe if we ask nicely. Oh, Shane
Oh!
Donahue, and that should be a red card, ladies and gentlemen, if I
Number
know the rules
12
correctly.
with the face shot on Tom shooting number 86, goalie. You know, that's actually a very controversial rule. How do you feel about that, Rob?
Milov, I prior to the same experience that you're thinking of, had not known about the rule if you hit the goalie in the face. So for the viewers, West Point was at a prior tournament and had a sequence of events that led to 2 different players on back-to-back plays hitting the goalie directly in the face.
We were there, yeah. It was crazy to see.
And both players got red cards and were ejected from the game.
Yes. No, I've never seen it before. I know I haven't played handball for long, but I did. Aggressive play by pivot Shane Donahue.
Sportsmanship, though. See how he picked him up? That's
good.
pretty good there. You like to see that. Pass that on.
Black not paying attention on defense and UVA taking advantage of it.
Anyways, so going back to the red card situation, I think you got to protect the goalie.
Yeah.
You got to protect
100%.
the goalie. The face is only a small portion of that goal, and I'm not sure why anybody would throw it directly there, other than them not having no clue where the ball's going. I would at least like a 2-minute, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I'd like some sort of penalty.
Do you think an injection is too severe?
I would say that the ejection, you should be able to give it to him if it looked to be malicious.
Okay.
A malicious shot to the face should not be allowed.
I agree. Okay.
But, a rip from 12 meters out. Oh, look at the hustle from Nathan Chillian. Unfortunately, was unable to tap it in.
If you can see the goalie has a Santa Claus-looking outfit on, some would say.
I kind of like what he's got going on over there.
Yeah, see, another example of the apparel swag in handball. You know, nothing is too flashy. And my man over here with the green pants and the red and white striped shirt, you know.
I like what he's got going on.
Yeah, you definitely, the point of the goalie is to be able to be seen, and I can't miss the guy. Fast break opportunity here. Oh, turnover, though.
And
Shane Donahue.
Absolutely botched there by West Point Black. They had a heck of an opportunity there, and they just did not take advantage of it.
100%. Let's see if UVA can capitalize on this. Got a little under 20 minutes left in the game. Recap you on games that have happened today or yesterday. We had Purdy, could you update us on Black from yesterday?
Yeah. So West Point Black got a win against. I'm trying to remember. I believe it was it Texas A&M?
Yes, Texas A&M and a North Carolina squad.
Exactly. Oh yeah, two solid teams there.
Yeah, Texas A&M being a newer team, I'm told.
Yeah, Texas A&M it has a coach that's been around, I think, for a little bit. I'm not sure where he's from or his background, but he always has his players playing extremely hard, which from a viewer's perspective, you love to see.
Yeah. For those of you just what happened right now is number, I believe, 10 for UVA, Ashton Emanuel, intentionally kicked the ball to stop it from getting past him. And in handball, that is an automatic 2-minute penalty. As opposed to in basketball, Nathan Chillian with the goal. Opposed to basketball, where it's just either a turnover, or a reset. A lot of things that as Americans transition to handball kind of have to understand about the game. There are a couple little facets that change directly, especially in dribbling the ball. It's much smaller, so and you can't palm the ball as you're allowed to in basketball. So
Yeah, there's a lot of rules that are different that take
well time.
they take us a little bit longer than maybe your average group of guys, just because of most of our strong background in the sport of basketball, where we think it automatically translates when sometimes it doesn't. For example, as you said, the dribbling situation. The one that took me the longest was the idea that you have 3 steps.
Yes,
instead
3.
of just 2.
That is very true.
And so Alex Zeck here, our coach, has been working with us lately on making sure that we're using all of those steps without dribbling, because it speeds up the process and keeps the flow going. UVA getting the ball around. Nick Webster up top. They're playing a 5-1 sort of defense.
Oh, and the turnover by UVA.
That was it looked to be a wrap by Will Donovan, but they didn't call it. So
no. Army ball.
There might be a makeup call coming here soon.
Yeah, I would not doubt it. To the wing, Nick Vericcioni, meatballs.
This is not abnormal for West Point Black to pick the game up, in the middle of the second half. It looks like they have their energy going. They are playing
1-5 right now.
They're playing against a UVA team playing a man down because of a 2-minute.
Who just returned? Number 12. Oh, and the shimmy and the nice block by senior goalie Tom Schutte, and with the assist cross court, Nick Webster.
What a pass there by the goalie. It allows having a goalie that's able to throw.
Yeah, huge to the game of handball.
It allows a lot of, especially for our wings, to run out and try to beat their defender.
Yeah, 100%. And West Point Black is blessed with a diamond in the form of Tom Schutte. Been playing all 4 years. Knows the game, knows what he's got to do, knows all the little tricks.
Also, he's a co-captain for our team.
Co-captain for our team, yes. Captain Schutte, Captain Webster.
It has been said that he has the best feet in the Northeast.
I've also heard such a term coined. Looks like we got a 2-minute on number 33, Will Donovan. Now, we were talking earlier, he's a very aggressive player, so I can't say I'm not surprised that I saw this.
It looks like it
was
a mix-up. I think
bad.
that's what Will was trying to convey to the ref, that he wasn't saying I didn't do it. He was saying
it was
it wasn't me.
So instead, receiving the 2-minute is wing Nick Meatballs Vericcioni.
Setting out for 2 minutes. We'll see if UVA can capitalize on this situation. West Point Black getting the ball around.
Oh!
And an absolute battle there by Shane Donahue.
Receiving the 7-meter shot.
Kendrick Thomas taking it again. As I said earlier, has not missed a 7-meter yet.
Oh!
And it's not going to be that one.
No. Reports come in that he's actually looking like a good prospect for the USA national team.
Yeah, that's definitely one of his long-term goals. Sitting down talking with Kendrick, the guy has really taken loving to handball. He's a prior basketball player as well. He went to the prep school for West Point, USMAPS, and he after his basketball career not working out, as many of ours didn't, he's found a love in handball, and he's very passionate about it. As I said earlier, he's a co-captain for next year's team, and a guy that you really want on your side.
Yeah, for sure. Mike Legs Turner with the goal. We call that, when you shoot between the goalie's legs, the 5-hole.
Yep, yes you do.
5-hole shot, yes.
UVA could use a goal here to spark something.
Oh!
That seems to be a charge there.
Yep.
Shane Donahue.
That's going the other way.
Taking one right to the chest.
Yeah. Something that you can really capitalize on in handball, especially with when you have very strong backs who are aggressive and coming in to the 6 meters, sometimes you just got to take the punishment to your chest.
Yeah, it's very similar to basketball in the sense that, I don't know if anybody likes taking charges, but it's a huge energy boost for the team.
Yeah. Oh, great save by Nathan Chillian.
Again, going back to Nathan Chillian's athleticism, it's just unparalleled.
Yeah, it is up there.
Y'all give Chili the Heart Award for this game. You want to make a big step?
Backup goalie Gene Thaggart encouraging us to give Nathan Chillian the Heart Award. Gene, he's a character. I don't know. What can you say about the backup goalie for Black? Rob.
Gene is another 4-year guy. Has been on the team. Believe it or not, has not been a goalie his whole career. Played wing up until this year. He blew out his knee at the end at our Open Championship last year, and in order to stay on this team and still be a part of our brotherhood, switched positions.
Yeah.
So he no longer had to make quick cuts. So he's playing goalie, backing up Tom Schutte, and there's actually been some electric moments when Gene gets in the goal.
Yeah.
In Chicago, I remember he had a save that on a 7-meter that really turned the game around for us, and I believe probably won us the game.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I can see him definitely being a firecracker on this team. Oh, good. Nice save by the goalie, Tom Schutte.
Good move by number 12 for UVA, but it was just shut down by the goalie, Tom Schutte.
Really shook him. West Point sets up their offense, and Nick Webster with the disc to Shane Donahue.
What a goal.
What a pass.
It was a good seal there by the pivot.
Yeah. There we go. All right, UVA, let's see if we can pick it up.
I'm looking at our fun fact sheet again. Just reading through some of these things, and there are some good answers here.
What do you got for us, Rob?
I'll just throw out some quick ones. We'll do a little firecracker type stuff going on here. Shane Donahue. He says that his favorite handball player is William Beiswinger, who is on our team because of the energy and coordination that he brings to the game. Nick Webster, our team captain, was asked, how did you start playing handball? And he mentioned how when he was on the West Point football team, the coach wanted him to continue gaining weight. So he quit the football team, and JP Renfro convinced him to try handball, and he's been in love with the game ever since.
Yeah, I've heard that story many times.
JP Renfro, actually one of the best recruiters this side of the Mississippi. He's brought onto this team. Nathan Chillian just absolutely blowing a tip pass by team captain Team Webster. Team Webster.
Okay, let me see what I can find here. We got Matthew Algor, number 55. Looks like he's in right now. Let's see what I got on him. He says, a lot of stuff about our NCOIC, Eric Lawson. Starting first class Lawson.
Seems to be a trend here. I see the same thing on my sheet.
Yeah, he says that Eric Lawson will forever be ideal on and off the court as his inspiration for handball.
Sergeant First Class Lawson has definitely provided a spark on this team.
That is not foreseen. I wish we could get an interview with him right now, but
I do too. I think he might be in the restroom.
Well, we'll try to attempt to get an interview when he gets back, ladies and gentlemen.
Pick and roll type situation going on there.
UVA had a nice shot, aggressive play for the ball right there.
And I'm not really sure what was going on there. West Point Black slowing the game down a little bit under 9.5 minutes to go. Up 8 points. What do you think UVA is able to do here to try to get back in this game, Chris?
If UVA plans on getting back in this game, they need to be just as physical as they're being physical, as Black is being physical with them, West Point thrives on physical contact, and if you shy away from it, it's just going to make you play worse. So I think if they embrace physical contact and as well as focus more on working at wing to wing, they will definitely start to get in this game. But it's a lot, from what I'm seeing, it's a lot of one-on-one moves, which some of their guys, especially being number 11, has got a nasty one-on-one move, but you know,
Yeah,
they can
he
only do
swims
so
through
much.
people.
You can only do so much. You know, and West Point Black.
It's a good wrap there by number 11 too.
West Point Black just needs to, you know, keep up what they're doing, keep the ball moving up. There's no need in a hurry to score right now if they want to say, oh, risky pass from captain Nick Webster. And an even riskier pass from center back Kendrick Thomas to the wing. Oh, that was sloppy.
William Beiswinger, one of the most untamed athletes I've ever seen in my life. This guy can really jump. He can
really move a lot of weight.
He just sometimes struggles with hand-eye coordination.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to say about that?
You know, trying out this last year for the handball team and not knowing any of the guys, just seeing what they look like, I definitely thought William Beiswinger was the best player on this team on purely physical stature, you know.
The eye test definitely does him well.
Yes, no doubt.
Sometimes the eye test hurts a player.
Yeah.
And people think he's not as good as he is because of the way he looks, but the opposite might be true for William Beiswinger.
Yeah, William Beiswinger, do not get it twisted. The man can dunk off 1 and 2 feet. Crazy weight room animal. You know, great cardio, but, you know, when it comes to hand-eye, it's as if he didn't throw a ball.
That's going to be a charge there.
Yeah, big charge from Kendrick Thomas, but it seems as if he did not know how to throw a ball until he was maybe 13 years old.
Yeah, that might be a hot take. We'll have to ask him.
Hot take, yeah, very.
Chris, I was just thinking, you know, while you were talking there, some of the things I love about the West Point handball team. Do you have, you know, what's one of the reasons that you love being on this team?
You know, I went to the prep school as well, and I was a recruited football player, and I got hurt, and you know, I couldn't play football anymore, and you know, I've been a team guy my whole life, and just enjoy the atmosphere that West Point men's team handball brings. You know, is great. Oh, looks like we got stop and play.
Time out there by UVA.
But anyway, it's a great family atmosphere. You know, very welcoming, and you know, the guys are a lot of fun. I don't know what else more you could want. You know, we go on a lot of fun trips, a lot of fun guys. We keep it respectful, as you know we do.
Backup goalie coming over here and saying some words. I'm not even really sure what he said.
Yeah, it did not sound like English.
Sound like English.
What about you, Purdy, being a 3-year player for West Point Black? What do you think about it?
I think the brotherhood that you spoke on was definitely my favorite part. But touching on something else, I love the status isn't the word I want to use, but it's the one I'm going to use. The status that we hold at West Point, just as people on the campus that are very physically fit. It's nice being associated with guys that really care. And these guys work on a day-to-day basis to better themselves. I think we might be lucky enough to have Alex Zeck.
Oh my goodness, Alex Zeck,
current coach over here.
U.S. national teamer over here.
So, Alec, we've been lucky enough to kind of interview some of the players on West Point Black during this game. You know, what's your take on this game so far? What are you seeing? What needs to happen for West Point Black to make another repeat this year?
They need to stop dribbling.
Okay, big take.
And actually move on defense. The only reason that they're getting any stops right now is because Tom Schuette's on fire.
Yeah, you're definitely not wrong there, Alec. We're touching on it a little earlier with the dribbling. Do you think that Army West Point Black is going to be missing J.P. Renfro, 4-year senior, starting center back in these next coming games if this ankle doesn't heal up?
So I'll say this. When J.P. doesn't dribble, he's one of the best players on the court. When J.P. dribbles, he's one of the worst players on the court. So it just depends on which J.P. shows up.
That's a hot take there about being the best even when he doesn't dribble. That's good.
He is the best center back in the United States of America when he doesn't dribble.
What hot take from
and
that's coming from a member of the U.S. national team, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I don't know. It could be more of a credible. Oh, he's coming back for more.
This is a scalding take.
I want to add a caveat to that, though. Aside from any of the players on the U.S. national team,
Oh, okay.
So he
or New York Athletic Club.
Okay.
so JP is the best of the bad guys.
Yeah. That's
The
basically
best of the worst.
But high praise coming from a steal from Legs Turner. Let's see if he can take it all the way. And that's a goal from Mike Legs
Do you
Turner.
think we'll see a celebration here?
I don't know. We did. That in the business we call those sellies.
Yeah, West Point handball team has been known for the celebrations, sometimes being called excessive celebrations.
I just think it's a love of the game.
I think that it legitimately, and obviously in basketball, if anybody celebrated, I'd
Yes.
be very hurt.
Yes.
But it does seem like celebrations are part of the handball game.
Yeah, it's a little bit of the mix of soccer. There's got to be a little flair going on here.
Yeah, I'm not. I wasn't too sure about it when I was a freshman, but it continued to happen even on other teams.
Another
A run by
monster throw by Tom Schutte, and it is stuffed. Nathan Chillian got his
The save
shot
by Santa
blocked.
Claus down there was unreal.
Yeah. Santa Claus really, really stuffed the chimney on that one.
Again, Thomas Schutte with another save.
It looks like Tom Schutte's doing so well that backup goalie Gene Thaggart is.
We have some difficulties here with Miss Mindy again, trying to find keys to the van. But, anyways,
Maybe we could get a word from Tom Schutte, our co-captain. He just got out of the game.
Tom Schutte, absolutely electric today. This guy has been playing out of his mind of recent. Tom Schutte, we're over here. We're watching you from the sidelines, and it's pretty unbelievable what you did out there today. Especially, so well that you were able to get, our friend and teammate Gene Thaggart in the game. Could you just touch on the game today and how you felt out there? I mean, were you even there? Was that like an outer body experience that you were having?
You're all right, Rob. So it was a little rough in the first half. No one was really coming out here to play. But the boys, second half, we had a good pep talk. We sat down. My favorite person ever in the world, Alex Zek. He really put a fire under our behinds.
Okay, so you mentioned something very interesting. Your favorite person in the world being Alex Zek. So we have these fun fact sheets, and a lot of it revolves around our OIC Sergeant First Class Lawson. We've spoken on him multiple times today. How do you feel as co-captain, working alongside Sergeant First Class Lawson? What's your experience been? Would you do it again? And are you glad to have him on this team?
100% glad to have him. Absolutely do it again. Sergeant First Class Lawson didn't know much of the game of handball when he first showed up. But, man, from the
Shane
bench.
Donahue has tape on his back.
We do like to play
Besides
pranks
that
down here.
point, Sergeant Lawson quickly fell in love with the game and is always very emotional on the bench, either pro or negative, But he really puts his heart into this team, and it shows.
Yeah, so
JP is
Renfro
inviting himself into the interview.
wants to be interviewed again, although we already interviewed him. But he's going to jump in again. Here we go.
I was just like to chime in on Sergeant First Class Eric Lawson. We've grown very close over this past year, and very interesting. He spent over 45 months in combat zones in the Middle East.
Oh, yes.
He has won the Purple Heart, several other awards, but he confided in me that coaching Army West Point men's team handball has been the highlight of his military career. Loves getting after it with the boys, and honestly, it makes him proud to wake up and don that American uniform every day.
Yeah,
You're hearing it from here. You're hearing it from JP himself. I don't know what we can say.
The energy that Sergeant First Class Lawson brings to the table is unparalleled. And, realistically looking at it, the guy had no idea what handball was. We brought him in. He learned the game actually pretty quick. And he's a great guy to have around the team. Also brings a lot of experience for what we'll be doing very soon. You being a soon-to-be infantryman, Sergeant First Class Lawson.
Goal by William
an infantryman.
Beiswinger.
It's nice to have a guy around like Sergeant Lawson who's willing to help you out all the time. Anyways, UVA with the ball, down 11, 2 minutes to go. This game seems to be.
It was
up.
close for a good stretch, but UVA only scoring 5 goals this entire half. That's a testament to the Army West Point Black handball team's defense. You know, it is nuts. And, I'm just getting this in from Sergeant Lawson via text. JP is a dead man. I don't know what that could be referring to, but he's going to have to – we're going to talk about that one later.
Hopefully we can we'll be announcing for the next West Point Black game Meatloaf, and we can give the listeners and viewers an update.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Webby. Nick Webster. He's trying. Meatloaf trying to get the attention of team captain Nick Webster.
Here we go. Another valued interview from Captain Nicholas the Thunderdome Webster.
Nick, we've talked a lot about Sergeant First Class Lawson, other aspects of the game that we love. What's your favorite part about being on this team?
You know, when I think about my favorite part of being on this team, I have to go back to my favorite moment, and that has to do with Sergeant First Class Lawson. Will Byswinger, another highlight of this team, a gem really on the court.
Yeah,
unbridled athleticism.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, this man had a concussion from a spring break accident, we'll call it.
Sure.
And one day after coming back from the concussion, Sergeant Lawson gave him a fastball directly to the dome. Almost reconcussed him, allowing him not to play in this tournament. However, he persevered, and that just really shows how tough this team is,
Yeah, I agreed 100%. You guys had a slow start out there today against a solid UVA team. Do you guys think that you're going to be able to turn it around and continue to win games like this?
Yeah, I think that the whole slow start had to do with the fact that this game started at 9 o'clock in the morning. I don't know who we need to talk to, but we need to talk to somebody about that because that's pretty early.
Yep.
I got to go. It's been a pleasure.
It was great having you.
Nice to meet you.
Great having you guys.
Very great having you. And that's all from us here down in Chapel Hill.
Final score being 29, West Point Black 17, UVA. A heck of a battle, but hopefully we'll be able to see what these teams are able to do later on in the day.
Yeah, it seems. I think this was one of the last games, before we start the tournament play. So we're about to see what's going to happen. Very, very interesting game. Yeah, from us here down Chapel Hill to wherever you guys are, have a great day and go USA Handball.
Yeah, this is Rob Purdy and Chris Frazier signing off.
What? I think me and my friend were signed up for. I don't know. We were told we were able to do this for the next game.